Hello and welcome back. The next segment is going to be about getting the vertical stabilizer ready to be glued on to the back of the airplane. But before we can do that, the two tabs on the bottom of the vertical stabilizer have a bit of covering on them that will not adhere well to the glue, to the epoxy glue. So our first step is to remove the small little pieces of covering on the tabs of the bottom of the vertical stabilizer. So we're going to do that now. Okay, in order to determine how much of the covering on the bottom of the vertical stabilizer we need to cut off, those on the little tabs, you got to mount it back on the airplane and in the horizontal stabilizer, taking a good sharp pencil and draw a line where that tab is on the fuselage and on the horizontal stabilizer. Get a nice line on there, and then obviously do the same on both sides. And that'll give you a reference point of how much of the covering to cut off, because it's not even with the bottom of the stabilizer. There's about an extra 1/8 of an inch there that you want to make sure that covering stays so it looks better. Okay, I'm back and down here somewhere. There. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. I've got a metal 6-inch ruler. I'm going to use turn it over because I don't want the little foam on the back here to raise it up. I want the metal ruler to be right on that line. And I got a hobby knife with a brand new blade, and it's a X-Acto knife, X-Acto brand, but it's an easy to hold one, and you're going to just score this just to take the covering off without cutting into the wood. I've scored it. I'm going to leave the ruler there. I got a pair of tweezers. Let's see if I just peel that straight off. Okay. And you can see you get a nice straight even cut. Now that won't notice that the covering is still down a little bit on that tab, but that part of that tab is exposed too, so that's going to be fine. Now I'll do this one. Again, I'm going to score it, not cut into it. It's a light pass. Score once, score twice, score 3 times. Actually, I'm going to score 4 times because it doesn't look like it's quite all the way through there. I'm going to use the tweezers to pick up the edge. Okay, I'm not going to use the tweezers to pick up the edge. I'm going to use the edge of my blade here. Scrape that up just a little bit. And use the tweezers to pick up the edge. And this covering is stuck down too well. There we go. Alright, that didn't work too well. I'm going to stop and get a better pair of tweezers. Okay, I'm back, and we're going to see if we can get this to pull off better. I've got a flat pair of tweezers, so when I clamp it, I get to hold more. There we go. Well, it's not coming off as easy, so I'm going to cut it off. Hold this down and just run the razor blade right over it. There we go. Okay, so that one's cut off. Let's do the back side. Hopefully it'll go nicer. I'll use a razor blade to lift it up. Just got to get under that covering. There we go. I'm going to use my better tweezers here to pull that across. Okay, that's 3 down, 1 to go. Again, I'm lightly scoring, not trying to cut the wood, just trying to cut the covering. That should be good. I'm using the edge of the blade to peel it up, because this stuff is stuck on pretty good. This Ultra Coat is gets on there pretty well. All right, I got a pair of flat tweezers here. We'll see if they do any better. Oh yeah. Okay, that one actually worked better. These flat pair of tweezers come as a part of a tweezer set that I will recommend, and you'll get to see that later. So that's finished.